Hey there, welcome to Freaky's Findings. I am Freaky Me. So nice to have you all here. Today, some fun new projects are on the bench. Let's get to it, shall we? I'm sure you're gonna love this. So, hello, welcome to another stream from me, Nicole, Freaky Me. Nice that you could be here. I already see that there are some people in the room. So, hello, guys. Yeah, for today, as I said, I want to keep my topic a little bit on the neurodivergent train because I have a lot of affinity with the matter, being part of it, and I think we can make some cool things in this regard. So it doesn't always have to be like a negative. Often people see it as a negative, and I want to stray away from it and focus on the good stuff. So, and one of the good stuff is many of us are nerds, and I like that. That's a good thing. So today we're gonna go on neurodivergent nerd stuff, and now I've been thinking about my own experiences from the past, and there has been moments where it would be have been very convenient if we would have had a door hanger when you were overloaded and you did not want to see anyone. So then someone coming in to ask, "Are you all right? Can I help you?" Or that is sometimes just no. So for those moments that sometimes some people need a moment when they have a meltdown or an overload to just be left alone, calm down, everything's gonna be fine given time. That's why I want to create some funny door hangers, just to take the edge of it off of it a bit, and yeah, just to make it a little bit more obvious. It doesn't always have to need some words. It doesn't always need so much communication. Sometimes a simple gesture can already help a lot. Now I created today some. I had a moment of this and that creative ideas. I was trying really hard at least, and I came up with the following. Now I would love to show you guys how I did this. And well, I haven't crafted them. I only grabbed my stuff, my materials, and I will do it together with you guys. So I have not tested it out. We're just gonna go with the flow as I would do on a normal daily basis, how I would normally work. That being said, I'm going to show you how I got to this door hanger, because I first wanted to craft it myself. And well, that was already like 5 minutes in. I thought, it's maybe not as easy as I was hoping. Until I found this AI make. And it doesn't show me here, but I'm going to just do it again. So just to show you guys how incredibly easy it is when you work with xTool Studio. You actually have a lot of things just at hand. So what I did is like create a 2D door hanger silhouette. In a long rectangle shape with a rounded hook to hang it on a door handle. There. I think it was about this. Something like that I did. So now hopefully it doesn't make a fool out of me. shall I put on some music? I prepared some music. It's not started yet, but making sure that it's not loud here. And there. I hope I didn't touch too many buttons. It should not come through my speaker. That's not what I want. There. For those who are listening, can you tell me if the music is in the right? Oh, look at that. Okay. It made an entire design, which is still fine, but I will show you guys what I do with this. So it's not all panic. I'm going to import it to the canvas. I'm going to close this off because, well, this is of course not what we want. It looks similar to what I created before, but this is not entirely what we wanted. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to Control C, that is for copy, and when I press Control and V, I paste it. It's very similar to, or it's just like many other programs to use the shortcuts. So I don't want to have this. It's a very cute dog, fox, kitten, I don't know. So I'm just gonna click on this, and it's super easy. I'm just gonna say offset, because then it's gonna make a line around it. And if I set that just to 0, and it has outer shapes only, and I say confirm, it will only take this exact outer shape. So when I move this, and that's how easy it is. So no panic when you have something that is nearly what you wanted, but not exactly. This is how you easily can fix it. So back to my own. I'm gonna remove this one because I won't need it for now. Here you see I already put some things on engrave, and I ignored them. I ignored everything. There are some things that are gonna be scored. That's actually not entirely correct, because what I have, why is that a score? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna fix this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this out of felt. I want to make it that it is soft and approachable. I made this design. I want to make more things. This is gonna be like the recognizable logo that I want to use for it. It's like the on and off switch, and well, I think humans also sometimes need to be restarted, have a reset, just to calm down again, and that's kind of why I chose to do this with a human. Now this one I'm gonna start with. I already chose in my materials, I went here, I chose felt. Then you're gonna get a list of everything that has felt in it. I want to start making it on my dark gray felt, but there is no dark gray here. So I go with black. That should be fine. It might be necessary that I crank up the power a little bit or lower the speed slightly, not too much, because it is a very flammable material, so you have to be very careful. But it's the darker it is, the easier it takes on the heat, so to say. The same as in the summer, when you wear white clothing, the sun gets bounced back and you won't feel the heat so much. Are you wearing, however, black, then you're going to be boiling in the full sun. So the same applies kind of to this. I'm going to apply it here, and then it will give me settings, which you don't see now because I have something selected. these are the settings based upon this. This is set for score. Score means that it's only gonna outdraw the outer line. So it's gonna go over it. It's usually rather fast. Very satisfying to see because it is not just left and righting. It is just following the shapes, which I always find very satisfying to see. For this, I want the outer line of this being cut. So no scoring and no engraving. So I only have this one selected right now, and I'm gonna say cut. This is going by 1 and 16. I think that is gonna be fine. I can do it to 18. No, that is, power is 1. I don't see why power would be 1. Because it doesn't have any, okay. I think this one can go with a decent low power. But let me quickly search something up. Because I have been working with felt before, also with the dark gray one. Let me see where I have it. Projects. Reindeers. CDE. I really need to have a better system. There. Well, look at this. These are my reindeer felt cutlery holders. They are like meant for when you have Christmas and you have your dessert spoon and your little fork. You can put them in these little slots that look like the eyes, and then you can, this was engraved. There's a little button nose on it. So I might actually have one laying about, or one without nose. Here you can see them. There belongs a little nose. I always have things laying around everywhere. Oh, this is how it would look. There. So I have the settings of this, and here you can see I have cut it with 70% and 160 millimeters in speed. And it went for 2 passes. I don't know if that is necessary. I think one is just pretty fine. So if I go 140, it definitely should cut it in one go. What did I say? 70 and 140. So 70 speed. So with wood you always go with 100 practically. I do, at least. See, 140 I said, right? 160, 140, and this was this there. The engrave was 26 by 300. I had good results with that, so I'm just gonna, I only wanted that on this, and this should go on engrave. And this should go on engrave, and this should also go on engrave. And the reason I put this one on engrave, I want later on to cut out a piece in wood, and then I'm gonna lay that in there and glue it in, so it gives like a little bit more of a luxurious touch. But for now, first we're gonna go and engrave it. So for engrave, this is my engrave one. You see it here. It says 20 to 50, and I have had it on 26 by 300. I can see what they do here. So mine would be like in between these two. I think this one would be closest. That is how it is gonna look. You can see the difference between the two. So I'm just gonna go with 25,300. It's a little bit faster. And it gives a good result. At least it did for me. And I have tested this material up front. So we're gonna go with this. I'm gonna turn it on. And this one is gonna be on. And this one is going to be on. I'm gonna click on the hanger itself and I'm gonna turn it on. You see I made a height of 25. I don't know if there is any universal size for a normal door hanger. I just winged it. I think this is gonna look fine. So that is what I'm gonna measure on my big pile of felt that I have there. And then we're gonna place it in the machine. So let me see that I have everything that is on. You can see here everything shows in the right ignored, ignored, ignored. And the ones that are not ignored are this one. When you hover over it, you also see that it highlights. And this. So that is how you can easily see what is going to be done. Well, the joke is we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please try again later. I think that's funny. I see humans like little computers sometimes. We have a lot in common, at least. And yeah, when you have a moment of overload or a meltdown, you kind of have some technical difficulties because your system just got overloaded. It's the same as when you have 10,000 Chrome tabs open. The PC sometimes also want to be restarted to just start fresh and calm down. So with that, let's go to the felt. You can still hear me. I'm pretty sure I just rolled out of screen. So I want to have it like 25. I will bring you guys with me. There. Oops. Measure. It's not going to be straight, so I'm going to take a little bit more because, well, I'm not someone that can cut all that straight always. I'm going to go with 27. Then I should have enough to make it fit. Sure that I have it everywhere. Still enough. I was again, as per usual, I wasn't super straight, but hey, a big chunk of felt. Well, it is only how wide? Let's see, 8 centimeters wide. I think I'm just gonna cut off one. So Normally, when I would do multiple, I would just leave it in like this and do all of them together. But for now, I first want to try it out. I want to showcase it. So I'm just gonna take a small part. So it's 8. So let's take 9. It's actually not even all that wide. So these are just prototypes. I have not made any decisions yet on how I'm gonna make the end result. So I might just as well at some point decide like, okay, well, this is actually too narrow. I don't like that. So I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. That's the fun about inventing stuff, right? I really like to be inspired by other people. So I always have a big urge to kind of invent myself what is cool. So now we have a smaller piece. I'm gonna go to the machine. Shall I show you guys also the thing? The machine from the inside. Bum, bum, bum. You're not gonna see anything right now because the light is off. There. It's on. There we go. And I'm gonna put it in. Right. I'm just gonna very top. And I'm gonna take it to the very edge of the bottom. I kind of don't want it to my holders to overlap it too much because I don't want the engrave to go on it because then it won't cut anything. So now I think you can see it like so. Hello, Okusho. Nice that you're there as well. There. So first what I want to do is I'm gonna grab the laser head and I'm gonna place it over the felt so we can measure the depth again because we need to focus it. So do that. It's somewhere in the middle, it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna go on the auto measure. And then you will see it goes down to drop the needle. And it will reset the needle in the far back where it's going now. And then it knows the difference. Lovely. So that is done. This is set to cut. We checked those settings. These are all set to 25 by 300. I thought that was going to be nice. Now we're going to have to zoom out a bit because I'm going to move everything. Because I've been playing around with it, of course, but now I need some space. I'm going to drag and let go. And I'm gonna mark my area first. Now this is gonna be super easy. I'm gonna go with the polygon because that gives it the most accurate idea of where my material actually is. So polygon and start marking. Then I go to the machine and I'm gonna put it on the far corner. Then on the machine on the front right, I'm going to click the blue button and then you will see a dot appear on my screen. That is the first point for the mark. Then we're going to go all the way to here. And I'm just purposely not going to click on where I have my holder. See? More space because not been cutting very straight. Inwards a little bit. Okay, so that is now done. And now you see on my screen there is a nice marking where my felt actually is. And now you see that this nicely fits on it. So I wasn't straight, but I was accurate. So that's good. And you see that I have no overlap on where I have my holders. The reason I put the holders there is because the air assist will be on, and I don't want things to be flying up and down when it is getting engraved, because then you're gonna get, of course, not so nice results. So we're gonna go from here, we're gonna click process, and now you will see, I'll zoom out a little bit, only what you turned on is gonna be processed. Well, it says safety reminder. Of course, we are using a very flammable material, so we're gonna need to pay good attention, never leave the machine, and well, it says it can be, it can give some smoke. Here you will see. And well, we have a smoke exhaust, of course, because I don't want to have all the smoke in my house. So let's go with start, and then I roll that way, and we're gonna go let the machine do its magic. Now this should give a bit of a nice feel. I think the letters come out pretty nice. I should have grabbed some coffee beforehand. So in 3 minutes and 45 seconds it's going to be done. So it doesn't take very long. I will minimize it for now, so I can tell you guys a little bit about my idea that I want to do further. Don't know if there's any gamers around. Gamers will be familiar with the name tilted. When you're what's meant with that is when you're tilted, it means that you are angry and upset when the game doesn't go the way you want, or people are being unfriendly, and well, it's a very common thing. So one of them, I came up with the idea. It was very funny. to have the human figure being literally tilted. The fun fact is many people with autism, ADHD, and everything on the spectrum, there's many of us that tend to think very literally. So I found this golden. So if there's any gamers out there, I hope you appreciate it. Now it is doing the reset button. You see there's barely any smoke coming from this. So what I want to do with one of the others is this one is going to be a luxury one, where I'm actually going to engrave it on a piece of wood, because the letters are more, there's more text. So on felt, that would be very hard to read. You need kind of thick letters usually for felt to actually see it, because it's fluffy. So I'm going to make this a luxury one. Here is going to be holes in. This is going to be wood, and this is just going to be felt, and this thing here is also going to be wood. Then I'm going to stitch it just with a needle and a thread, and I'm going to make them attach it onto this one. So it's going to be a luxury door hanger. I have some dear English or British friends in my life, and they always say, please bear with. So that is why I went for that. Oh, you will see the cutting now happening, and that is so incredibly fast. That was it. That is how fast it goes. I barely even had the time to tell you guys that it was going to do the cutting. I'm waiting because I don't want to have all the suit in my house. There we go. Silent. I'm gonna put. So it is not fully through entirely. So I'm gonna give it a second pass. But before I do that, I'm gonna check, because I think I moved it a tiny tad. I'm gonna take some tests. Now I'm gonna put it above it and see if it still lines up, because I think I moved it just a tiny tad when I wanted to check out if it was doing that. So this one is actually too low, possibly. It's a little bit hard to see because the crosshair is always a little bit blurry. I'm just taking many measurements. This one seems to be on, right? That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna check it to the bottom right once more. That's fine. I think this is gonna be fine, so I'm gonna take it back. And what I will then do is I'm gonna turn off these three things off, and then you will see only the cut is still on. I'm gonna say process, and this is gonna go super quick. Now you don't see anything because I closed the lid in front of your face. I'm gonna take a little bit of a higher angle. Let me zoom out a bit. Then you will see how incredibly fast it is gonna go. I will say start. Press the button. And you will see how incredibly fast it goes. So this is just a second pass because sometimes it doesn't go through all the way and then it's just the bottom part is now also should be loose. Okay, and I'm gonna give it one more go because it did slightly move. Okay, I'm gonna cancel, confirm, finished. I'm gonna put this one to 133. And I think 70. There. Now it should definitely go through. Let's see. Okay. It does not want to go. Could be that there's different in temperature, or maybe the felt is more moist than it was when I was doing that earlier in this year. We've had really intensely cold weather, lots of snow, so that might have some effect on it. So I'm just gonna double check that it's on cut. I have been there where I actually had it accidentally on score, and then you're gonna scratch your back head like, why is it not going? So I'm gonna go, just gonna crank it up a bit. At some point it should go fully through. Only costs 1 second more. I think we have that second. And then it's done. This one is fine. So now you see it is almost fully loose. There's only tiny bits of hair. Let me grab my cutter because I don't want to pull the plushies. So we keep like a nice clean . results. So there's only a few little hairs that didn't want to go. It's only here at the sides, you can see. It's practically through, but there's just a few tiny hairs. I didn't grab my most sharp knife here. There we go. Fixing the last thingies because I don't want to have it pretty. I think for the next one I could make it maybe slightly darker. So here is the door hanger that you can hang on the door. So if I do this double, because you can see it is not in extremely deep. So if I do a second pass, it will be engraved a little bit deeper, and then you can, for example, like what I did here, you will see here it went quite a bit deeper, and then you can put in like a felt nose, as I did there. So that is step one. Shall we try one more? I still have like 15 minutes left. Okay. Putting away the knife. Finished. Shall we just do the same one, or shall we do the other one? We can do the other one. So we're gonna grab this one, bring it over there. Oops. This one is gonna be disabled because we don't need it. And this one is gonna be right there. Now we're gonna do the same. 85 by 125. 85. It's a lot more than I had on the other one. 125. I'm just gonna make it a double pass, just to make sure. This one is 25 by 300. It is really beautiful. It is definitely dark enough, but I think I'm gonna also do a double pass, so it is gonna be a little bit more aggressive. Reason is of course this is dark gray felt, so the marking needs to be definitely a whole lot darker to show there. So 25 by 300. I'm gonna if you keep shift pressed, then you can multi-select things. If you want to unselect it, you still keep it pressed, and then you can press it, click it again. So 25 300, we're gonna turn this one on. This one is gonna be on, it has 2 passes, and this one I also want to have 2 passes. Is this how I wrote it? Return services. Services temporary available. Yes. Now this one is still on. That I don't want. Is everything off now? No. Off. There we go. So now we see only this one is on and only this one is on. I'm gonna need to cut a new part. So I'm gonna measure again, same-ish. So you would think like, okay, you will have some leftover material, right? I don't know if I went too small here. No, it's still fine. So what I do is like what I did with the reindeers. I always like to, I don't like waste. We already waste so much. Oh, now I pulled you guys everywhere. Sorry. So I have like a little basket or a bowl here, and you see I have all these little ones. These are like noses and eyes and mouths and anything that you can still create something from. So this goes like in that little bucket, and that is how I reduce waste, because yeah, I can just as well still use it very well for small details that I still need. So we got another piece. Let's put it in. Now you see, I have been nicely zigzagging there. So, well, the depth is the same because we didn't change the material. It's exactly the same material, just a different part. So that is going to stay, but we will need to redo the processing area. Well, for those that are still practicing everything, might be nice, then you will just see it happen a few times, so you can just follow along. You click on it on the flag, choose polygon because that gives the most accurate outline. Start marking, and you go to your machine. Then you grab the laser head and you move the red crosshair over it to the outer edges, and you follow the outer edges, and you, every time you feel like, okay, this is a bending here, you just follow that line and then you press. You should see on my screen dots appear. That's how I can see what is going to be my outline. Here it is. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's done. Sorry that I knock you guys over. I will say end marking, then it closes the last gap. I will say done. You'll see I will have to move it a little bit, but I still have, even though I was like a little bit wobbly, you can still see that I have enough space. So I'm gonna double check, engrave, cut, and then I can process it. 8 minutes. Well, I think I can have 1 minute over, right? Okay, press the button. And there we go. time flies by when you're having fun, right? I won't be able to do the one with the wood on stream. Next week we're not going to be there. There's Chinese New Year. So Happy New Year for everyone on that side of the world. But yeah, that means a little bit of off time. So I can actually maybe try for once to prepare stuff. So maybe I will do it offline. And if I'm super excited about it, then I will also share it with you guys, the process, how to do it, so you guys can also follow along with it. I want to show you guys while this one is going. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. I want to show you guys something else that's really cool, because you have been seeing it maybe in the background of my display. On the display itself is a glass I engraved. At the moment of engraving, my little friend was still alive, sadly not anymore. I'm crazy about dogs, and well, this is a memoir of my dog Saito. He's very much missed. Also, you see here my friend Cliff. He's a cliffhanger. And here we have my hello. This is my avatar, Rikimi. She's helping me always with the streams, and she's my mascot for the company. But this is what I made yesterday, and I'm really excited about it. See if it wants to focus. There we go. And this was so simple to do, and I'm so excited about it. I quickly want to show you guys while my hanger is going there. So it's in applications. You can go all the way to the bottom. There's ornament. And there you can click. It's an ornament generator. I'm gonna say create new. And here you can choose what kind of outline would you like to have. So shall we go for, it's not, I don't need to go for Christmas or anything. I think they're gonna possibly come out with some more. Let's go with a heart. No, I already have a heart. Let's go with a simple shape, just a circle. A circle. Then I can go to AI generate, and I will say, what shall we do? I want to have a you guys have any ideas what I can quickly showcase? A hummingbird, maybe. Otherwise you guys need to be very fast. Hummingbird in I'm just gonna go with hummingbird. I'm just gonna be lazy. So I haven't done it a lot. This is what I made yesterday. Just it's so easy. It felt nearly like I was cheating. Now that is actually really beautiful. So I can grab it here, I can move it. You can see if here it goes out. That is not everything that is outside of this is not gonna be done. So if I move it like this, and let's say I go for a flower, this one, and I move it like so. Maybe a little bit bigger still. Doesn't need to be touching too much, like so. I don't think there's anything else that I can use. I like the sun base. It's not really snowflakey, right? Okay, so I am gonna what fits to this? Gonna double check there. Yeah, this is actually really nice. It is making a really nice dark engraving. So let's say a curvy cloud. What I really like is that you can just move around the elements and you can just make it how you like. I can also put a name in there. So here you have text. I can say, okay, I want to have these two there. Bring this here. A little bit smaller. Make the letters a tiny bit smaller. So you can see that now it is attached. I'm going to keep an eye on this. You will see it's now cutting. It's going to do a double pass. I'm gonna let this because this was a little bit more smoky. So we can also just only do the words spring. Oh, it's acting up again. Maybe just do the clouds. No, I don't like the cloud. Go away with the cloud. I think just spring, the word spring would be nice. And let me just move it up. Make the letters a little bit bigger. Smaller. Like so. And then you have like a spring ornament. And I think it's really really nice. I will just use it. Download. Just put it in downloads. I will show what happens. Query export, import to canvas. There we go. you can see it. I can say engrave, and you see how it is. Oh, I see it is having overlap. Kind of silly. That's kind of silly. Okay, well, we have to look at that because that is not doing as I hoped it would. With my fox it went really well, but this one didn't. Well, it's still in the baby shoes, so to say. I'm gonna grab the new door hanger because it's about to be time again. This is fine. You see, I made a double pass and now it is a lot clearer. Please bear with. So I will have to, because there's, you see that most of it is loose, just some small bits that I will just remove with the knife. Very easy, don't need to use the machine for that. So that was it for today. So next time we're coming back, not next week but the week after. And I would like to thank you all for watching.